Silver is the biggest no-brainer investment of the century. I 110% agree with the title of this article that we are about to break down. Nothing, and I mean nothing, makes as much sense as silver does. Not stocks, not crypto, not even gold, believe it or not. Gold is a great way to store wealth, right? It is. It's a great way to preserve your wealth in something as the dollar loses its purchasing power, but silver has value where gold simply doesn't. Silver is the most highly conductive metal for thermal conductivity, electricity, and light sensitivity. Silver has antimicrobial properties. Silver can purify water, not gold. Silver is the asset that is needed more and more and more as we advance industrially, more so than monetarily, where gold's biggest suit is. Yes, some gold is in electronics. I used to scrap gold out of laptops and cell phones as a hobby, but nowhere near to the extent as silver, right? Plus, there's very few silver mines. Very few silver mines. Most of the mines are looking for gold, lead, or zinc. Gold is a monetary metal. It's stored around. It's worn on, as necklaces and jewelry. Some gold in electronics, but nowhere near as much as silver. And as silver is vanishing, not so much gold. Silver ore grades are down. It comes out of the ground roughly 7-1. So why is the gold to silver ratio 80-1? Why is gold 80 times more valuable than silver when silver has 80,000 times more uses than gold does? Silver isn't just gold's little brother that's cheaper. It's much, much, much deeper than that. Back in ancient biblical days, they thought silver was this holy magical metal because it can purify their water, because it responds to other elements like no other element on the periodic table. Back in the day, silver was just as valuable as them, as gold was. Silver was the original money, not gold. Check out my book, Silver's the New Gold, where I go deeper into that in the ancient, history of silver, even comparing it to gold. Regardless, though, silver is something that is extremely undervalued, especially compared to gold. And I think that these types of articles are perfect because it introduces the difference between gold and silver to the everyday person that's getting into precious metals. You might wonder, why silver? I didn't just pick silver out of a hat. Gold is still a great investment, though. See, people take my words out of context. They'll say, Slayer, why do you hate gold? I don't hate gold. Gold is still a great thing that you can diversify into. Silver just has more opportunity because silver is so extremely undervalued. $4,000 gold, you could say that's undervalued, but $45, $46 silver, that is extremely undervalued, especially since silver should be just as valuable as gold, if not more. See what I'm saying? So, with that said, we're going to dive into this article, Silver, the biggest no-brainer investment of the century. I could be sitting at a bar. I don't drink, but let's just say like I'm at a bar somewhere. There's a guy to my left and a guy to my right. Or no, just me and a guy sitting down. He invests into stocks. I obviously invest into silver. I could tell him 500 reasons why silver is a great investment moving forwards, like things that make sense. And I could also tell him 500 reasons why stocks are not a great investment for the future, or even cryptocurrency. If you just look at the statistics, logically, realistically, nothing makes as much sense as silver does. It really doesn't. So first and foremost, welcome. Thank you for tuning into your daily silver news. My name is Silver Slayer, and if you want the latest information of what's happening across the world and how that affects the price of silver, click subscribe, click the bell, click all notifications so you get notified when I post, which is noon and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard every day, or at least one of those times every single day. Go enter my silver giveaway. Links in the description or the pinned comment. Like always, may the luckiest stacker win. So, silver thesis today isn't just strong, it's bulletproof. With supply collapsing, demand soaring, and global policymakers scrambling to label silver as a critical mineral, the opportunity before investors looks so obvious it borders on ridiculous. And it really does. It really does. Especially when I show you this. This is something that just recently came out. Where is it at? Here. Silver is officially designated a critical mineral by the U.S. government. That is massive. That is massive. It also increases the possibility of tariffs on silver. It's a lot of new money coming into it. A lot of agencies trying to acquire it, and they're realizing it's very, very important, but there's not much of it. So that puts a damper on the silver shortage even more. So anyways, while some daring souls still try to short silver, they might want to get their heads examined. The forces driving this market are converging in a way the world has never seen. So, and I think about this all the time, like my kids or grandkids one day, I'll be, like 30, 40, 50 years from now, I'll be talking about these days. Back when my YouTube channel was, 10 years old or whatever, which it is right now. Fun fact, actually, my channel's birthday is July 4th, 2015. That was the date that I uploaded this channel, or published this channel, was on July 4th in 2015. They'll be asking me, or I'll be telling them about silver, whatever, how underpriced it was. And they'll be looking at it, since they already saw the aftermath, how obvious it was that silver was extremely undervalued and that it was a ticking time bomb just ready to explode at any moment. People need validation and confirmation that the price can go higher for them to really believe in it, which is so crazy. It's so crazy. If silver was $4,000, the same price as gold, you wouldn't be surprised. If you were desensitized to that price, because how useful silver is. But when it's this price, there's a distortion. Price is the greatest tool of misdirection. There's this fog in front of people's eyes, and they can't see silver's true value because they're distracted by the price. When if you skip that and just look at silver's actual value it brings to the table, especially compared to gold. If gold is $4,000, then why isn't silver? It's just as valuable. So, I always think about that. Someday people will be, man, you saw it before everyone else. You probably did too. But anyways, forget gold. It says forget gold. It's silver that lights up the world, literally. Data centers are mushrooming across continents, each demanding thousands of ounces of silver for switches, circuit boards, and security sensors. Solar panel installations are surging worldwide, especially in power-hungry India, which imported close to 1,000 tons in September alone, setting up for silver's structural double-digit demand growth through 2030. EVs, humanoid robots, missile guidance systems, military drones are gobbling up silver at breakneck speed, and nuclear power plant expansion is just starting to join the party. The amount of silver that's used in military. Actually, in my book, Silver is the New Gold, that comes out Christmas Day, paperback and ebook, possibly even an audiobook, I did a lot of research, and what I found about the history of military or silver's involvement with military is insane. When I was writing that chapter and researching it, I was just because I know a lot. I'm not trying to I don't know as much as probably some of you probably know more than me about this stuff, but I know a good deal about silver's silver's role in military. Websites like silverwars.org goes over a timeline from 1965, the Coinage Act from Lyndon B. Johnson, all the way up to today, and every single thing. The Department of Defense stopped reporting their silver inventories in 1995, and then the what other one was it? Military industrial complex was 2002, and everything leading up to that, and the US geological surveys in between. There's a lot that I know, but it goes very, very far back. And just some of the stuff that's in that book, like, I was really like shocked. I was like, wow, like I found out some crazy information. I don't want to say it right now because I want you to buy the book to see it or to read it. But just know that Silver's involvement with military is very, very, very deep, and especially with money in particular. Um, so, anyways, Samsung's breakthrough battery is rewriting the rules of energy storage with, you guessed it, silver. Yes, Samsung's new solid state battery, it charges the vehicles like twice as fast, or something insane, like a 9-minute charging time, and it lasts way longer. And I'm sure Samsung isn't going to be the first or the last company to make a solid state battery, right? Samsung just the first. Yeah, twice the range, half the charging time, twice the lifespan. There. And there's also promise for silver ion batteries, which retains 96% capacity after 1300 cycles, could double energy density versus exiting or existing lithium cells. So whether the solid state or ion reign supreme, both of these use a lot of silver, cementing silver's dominance in next generation power systems. The electrification super trend from smart grids to AI robots means silver goes into every new technology that matters. Yeah, like as we advance digitally and technologically, it's only going to be more and more silver. Like think of like a sci-fi movie of the future. Everything's digital, everything, flying cars, whatever, self-driving cars and all this automation. That's all silver, but we're already in a 5-year structural deficit. Hundreds upon hundreds of millions of ounces in the red the last 5 years. So think about in 5 years from now. Think about 10 years from now. We don't have that much silver. We don't have enough silver. Like someone said before, if you think we have enough silver to go green, you're living in La La Land. Oh, Slayer, there's plenty of above ground silver. The free float silver that's available is not enough. You could try to say that in the silver reserves, but most of that silver is locked away. And actually, if you want to really get deep, it's still not enough, even with the above ground stockpiles. Because the military and aerospace, the biggest sectors, they don't require. Remember, I just said a second ago, they stopped reporting their silver reserves in 1995 and 2002. We don't know how much silver they have or need. Just like a couple years ago, they raided the U.S. Mint. I remember that. I remember making a video on that. They raided the U.S. Mint stockpiles or something, or the what was that? That was so crazy. I don't know. But yeah, U.S. military came after our silver, the United States silver stockpiles, a couple years ago. You can go look it up. Fact check me on everything I say. Please do. So just as demand explodes, the supply side's melting down. China's Shanghai inventories have plummeted below 400 tons for the first time in history. Vault depletion so fast they're projected to run dry in less than a month. Add to China's new export controls, radically capping outbound shipments and tightening quotas, making foreign supply chains tremble. Silver is now featured in the U.S. critical minerals list. The world's top economies moving to secure whatever supply they can find. ETF investment demand goes parabolic, while lease rates in London and Shanghai are screaming stress. India isn't just stacking, it made silver an acceptable collateral for loans. Yeah, and it's pegging silver to gold at a 10-to-1 ratio in April of 2026. Mark your calendars, folks. It's in the Earth's crust 15-to-1, but it comes out of the ground 7-to-1. And most silver is a byproduct. Silver to gold ratio could drop to 72 level within 2 to 3 days. I don't know when the drop accelerates, but when it starts in a matter of a couple of days, with $4.3 thousand gold, silver will be trading around 60 plus. And actually, right now, silver is 54. It hit all-time highs again today, November 13th. You're seeing this video November 14th, but yesterday, you in the future of me recording this video, silver skyrocketed back up, proved everyone wrong. the rally is not over. It hit $54.33 today, which is actually an all-time high technically on one of the exchanges. The other one was like 54.42. But regardless, silver's back up here. So yeah. Anyways, anyone caught short selling right now is either blind, reckless, or glutton for punishment. I mean, yeah. And this is the mother of all squeezes. It's a natural silver squeeze, not a calculated one like Wall Street Silver or even the Hunt Brothers. Silver isn't just the opportunity of a lifetime. It's the biggest no-brainer since the dawn of industrial revolution. It's the backbone of everything new, vital, and valuable in the coming global tech and energy transformation. Bulls can keep buying with conviction while shorts might be left searching for metal and excuses, right? If you have silver, you don't want to get rid of it because everyone wants a slice of the silver pie and there's not enough pie to go around. So would you rather sell that silver for a profit at all-time highs right now to get $54 bills, which is literally worth nothing, or to keep that ounce? Right? Which one? $54 bills or this? Because I can guarantee in the future this becomes more and more valuable as it's needed more and more. But this $54 is going to keep depreciating in value. It's already lost 98% of its original purchasing power. It just makes sense, right? And don't get me wrong, you can still get gold too, but just, both. Gold and silver. You can fit $100,000 of gold in two hands. $100,000 of silver takes up a lot of space. So yes, gold does have benefits. Very few, but gold still does have benefits where maybe silver doesn't even, right? Gold is more stable. It's not as dramatic. It's not as exaggerated because gold's a much, 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 much bigger market. So the prices aren't as volatile, right? Silver's a lot more volatile than gold because it's way smaller, so it's also more easily manipulatable, but the prices move more dramatic. It's like gold on steroids, but steroids also have negative side effects. It hits higher highs than gold, but also lower lows. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. This is the type of video you show to someone that might not understand why you're investing into silver, or someone who asks why silver and not gold. Or send it to someone who has no idea about precious metals and never invested a single dollar in their life and needs to hear this type of stuff. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Go into my silver giveaway. I love you all. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys later today or tomorrow. Peace.